We talk a lot about dream interpretation, and one of the things that we tend to forget to mention when we interpret dreams is that dreams will often have interpretations that apply in a variety of different arenas. It'll always have the same meaning. If the interpretation is correct, the interpretation is going to be correct, but the application is sometimes different. We talk about in the Art of Hearing God course the difference between revelation, interpretation, application, and proclamation. They're all four parts of a impactful prophetic word. We have to have all of them. You have to have good revelation. You have to have the right interpretation, but you also have to have the application, and you have to know how to say it in such a way that it conveys God's original intended meaning. The application piece often can have multiple levels that it's talking to. And so you can have a dream, and the interpretation of the dream is that there's a shift coming to your family. Maybe you're going to be moving houses, and you're going to be going from one location to another location. And at the same time, that same dream is talking about what's happening in your church, and that the reason that you're moving locations, it isn't because there's not as many people that are part of your church and you can't afford that church, but because God wants you situated in a different location than where you have been, because he's able to accomplish something else that what your church carries is going to change that atmosphere. And so it's true that your family needs to move because he's going to cause you to infect the neighborhood that your family is in. But at the same time, it could be talking about your church or your job situation or other arenas. And so always pay attention to the possibility of different applications to that revelation, because you probably have the right interpretation. If you figured out what the dream means, you can have the right interpretation, but don't hold on to it so legalistically that you miss the other applications that are possible.